I don't know, judges. There may be some error issue on the other team's end. I hope they join in time. Actually, sir, we have as far as the hackathon is concerned, we tried to encompass a lot of problems into the event so that students get like a wide spectrum of problems. We had themes from ranging from health issues, then how to regulate data as well. Uh,
Sorry to
regulate
interrupt you, Ria.
Yes, Nushu?
We need 2 minutes more. Sorry for the delay.
Okay. It's understandable. I hope it's fine, judges. I know we are running short on time, but I hope it's fine.
Sure, yeah.
Nilesh,
So, Nilesh, sir, you're from, where are you from?
Pardon?
Oh, sorry, I think, where are you from, sir?
I am basically working for Steel Authority of India Limited, and I'm based at Ranchi in an in-house consultancy division. Basically, it's an engineering design and engineering wing of SAIL, known as Center for Engineering and Technology (CET). So I'm in the GM process control and automation, and we look after the various modernization projects that come up for the different steel plants. So.
Oh, okay, interesting. Got it. Okay, you're currently even based in Ranchi right now.
Ranchi is the head office. Actually, earlier the head office was in Delhi, but it was shifted because of its proximity to steel plants. Ranchi is closer to all the steel plants, so it was shifted from Delhi to Ranchi. So we are around 250 people, and we have small offices at different plant locations, and also at Delhi. So we are into various big projects, modernization projects for SAIL.
Interesting. And this current situation, has it become a problem for you? Or?
Yeah, that has been a big challenge because we need to move continuously to the various sites to supervise the work and all. And one big hiccup was we had one of the most prestigious project inaugurated by our Prime Minister in Rourkela steel plant. That project is worth 3,400 crores, and that was we were doing it with Mitsubishi Japan. And unfortunately, at the time of commissioning, which was scheduled around April, because of COVID, the Japanese and some Chinese experts couldn't come, and we are having a lot of money losses. We incur losses because that if the mill had been commissioned in time, we would have made lots of profits because of the projects are in huge demand these days. But unfortunately, just at the time when it was about to be completed, this COVID came and everything got delayed. So that was a major hiccup. And apart from that, it's difficult to go to the sites. We are trying to hold meetings, online meetings, but sometimes it's really difficult.
True. Yes. Okay, got it. But then is it still happening? I mean, are we still having the partnership with Mitsubishi? And
Yeah. That project, only thing is it has been delayed because of COVID. This is something which we never could have taken into account. This is something force majeure, you can say. But
sorry to interrupt, sir. Actually, our first team, they're here. Also, our judge, Sunil sir, has joined right now. So
okay, great.
I would request the first team to please wait for some time. Good morning, Sunil sir. Good morning, sir. So, kindly unmute yourself.
Hello. Yeah, morning everyone, and my sincere apologies for joining late. I was trying to connect with the previous link, and there was some technical snag. So yes, so sorry guys, and we can start now.
It's okay, sir. It's okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'll introduce the panel once again, sir. So we have with us Mr. Nilesh Sinha, sir, from Steel Authority of India Limited. We have with us Mr. Siddharth Narayanan, sir, Director of Operations, International Peace and Economic Development Organization, and we have with us Mr. Sunil Bure, sir, Chief Executive Officer, Results Engineering India. Thank you so much, judges. Uh, and may I please request the first team, Team Binary Twin? Uh, the team, can you please join 5 minutes later? Okay. Yeah. So Sunil sir, actually there were a few guidelines that I wanted our judges to brief about. So we had sent a mail, sir, where there were a few guidelines. I'll just
Sure.
once again quickly go through it. Uh, Judges, okay. So sir, I'll be presenting my screen. So sir, in this session we will be judging 5 teams. The teams have 10 minutes to present their idea, and then we will move on to our judges where they will be reviewing and asking questions to the teams. And sir, the details of this entire session, they were attached with the mail in the meet map that we sent you. There are the numbers of the coordinators and names of the coordinators, and also the team details are attached with that. There is a link for the details of the project of the team. If you wish, sir, you may refer to that link. Otherwise, the participants are here as well. You can directly pose your questions to them. Also, sir, the judging sheet which is attached with the mail, I hope all the points in that particular sheet are clear. If there is any question related to any of the criteria, sir, you may please ask me right now. I will try my best to, make things more clearer. Sunil sir, I hope it's fine. The judging sheet.
Yeah, I have looked at it actually. So
Yes, sir.
looks pretty clear to me. And except where you say business plan STP SWOT means you want to see whether it can be scaled it up at a basically commercial level or things like that. Is it?
Yes, sir. Like if we try to bring it on the practical front, on like we implement that actually on real ground, then how
Yeah,
commercially viable it's going to be. So,
sure. Yeah, it
so
has been quite a comprehensive criteria. I think what you guys have done made our job easier by giving us scoring sheets. So thank you for
we have tried to do, sir.
that.
Thank you so much, sir. So we'll call in our first team, sir. It's Binary Twin. I would request the
Sure.
coordinator to please tell them to join the session as soon as possible.
And Ria, just one quick question. When you
Yes,
are
sir.
now, the teams are going to appear in the same sequence, what you have put it into the
Yes,
judging
sir.
sheet, right?
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir. If there is
Great.
any change in the order, sir, I will let you know.
Just let us know because then
Yes,
I do not want the fundamental errors to happen, in terms of.
yes,
Wrong
sir.
team getting the wrong
Okay.
points.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We'll try to avoid all such errors, sir. We'll try our best so that this session goes on smoothly. The first team.
So these are basically the students of which year? Their kind of final year, is it?
No, so actually, this contest was open to all undergraduates.
Oh,
Basically,
okay.
engineering undergraduates from India, they have participated, and they have presented their ideas. So they are students of second year, third year, and final years as well.
Okay.
And
But all
some
of them
teams,
are from B.I.T. Sindri only?
no, sir.
Uh,
No, sir. There
that's
are teams
across
from
the.
different states.
Oh,
So
great.
B.I.T. Sundari, we are organizing this event, and quite a few teams did manage to qualify for the finals from our college as well. I don't know
Okay.
if they are included in this
Around
session.
150 teams were there, right? Total, I think you had to curate from
More than
150
more,
ideas.
yes, more than 200 teams had actually
Hmm.
submitted their abstracts, and we
Wow.
had to cut it down to 50. It was tough. It was tough.
Yeah.
But engineering undergraduates undertaking some problems and coming up with solutions,
Yeah.
really good solutions. Like I
So,
am a second year student right now, sir. I actually
Okay.
am a second year student and I'm pursuing chemical engineering.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So it's, and I see and I'm like, wow, it really needed to buckle up. So, sir,
so
I've
Sunil sir, where are you based out of?
Currently based at Chennai in South India. Yeah.
Chennai. Okay.
Chennai. Yes.
okay, judges. So our first team has joined in. Team Binary Twin.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I would request you to please introduce yourself to our judges, and if possible, do switch on your cameras, please.
Is it is it compulsory to switch on the cameras right now?
It it is not compulsory, but it will enhance the discussion which we'll have here. But it's fine if you're not able to.
Okay, ma'am. So
Okay,
can I
you can
present my
introduce
screen
yourself.
right now?
Yes, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, can you see the screen right now?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So first of all, thank you, B.I.T. Sindri, for allowing us in for the finals, and very warm good morning to all the judges and jury members who are present over here. So we are Team Binary Twin, and our project name is Disaster Relief Drone, and I am the team leader Prashant Ranjan, along with my team member Sushant Ranjan. So before going to the problem statement, I would like to share few news why we actually take that problem statement, why we are considering and trying to solve that problem. As you can see, the first news over in the left side, security mock drill shows cop reaching late due to traffic. It is, we always know that the police are unable to reach the crime scene or the disaster area on time. Apart from it, the people are running away because of it. Moreover, as you can see over here, in the disaster time also people or the rescue relief team is unable to reach there on time either due to the traffic or due to the bad environmental conditions or any different kind of landscape or anything. So this is a problem statement which we have considered, which we'll be trying to solve throughout the presentation. First one is rescue team is unable to get the exact location of the accident or the victim on the time. This is a big problem. In the valleys or different kind of areas, rescue team is unable to get the exact location of the victim whoever is stuck at some specific location. Second one is as if even if they have received the location of the victim due to because of some other technology, even though they are unable to reach that specific areas on time due to bad road or bad traffic conditions. Moreover, it is also difficult for them to get the proper view of that area and also get the count of the people stuck in that area. Apart from it, in the landslide or different kind of disaster, it is more difficult for them to reach that specific area. So getting to know, this is the example, like it is kind of difficult for human to get the estimate of people who are present in this scenario, in this disaster area. This area also, these are all images from internet, these were available. So again, we can see this, they were unable to reach there on time due to which again we lost one life. Okay, so solution, keeping the solution simple, we have divided it into 4 different stages. Stage one is phase one, where there is a help call. Help call is optional. I'll explain all these phases in the next slides. Phase two is drone deployment. Phase three is the surveillance part, and phase four is troop or the bot deployment. Okay, so what is this phase one help call? Help call is totally optional. The person will have our app on their phone, which is currently in the development phase. They'll just click on SOS button. As they click the SOS button, their exact GPS location will be sent to the base station, means to us, for the surveillance part. And as we'll receive that as we'll receive the location, the phase two will begin from there. This is totally optional. in case of our main motto in phase one is to get the exact location of the victims. Either they can use our app to send us their location. This is part one, and another option is our drone will be on the continuous live surveillance. Whenever a drone finds any person in some specific area, that photo of that specific area along with the GPS coordinates will be sent. How this thing will be done, I'll be explaining in the phase two. Okay. So phase two is the drone deployment. Drone deployment, as you can see, we are deploying the drone. But the drone which is being deployed, this is totally we'll be establishing our own communication protocol. Controlling the drone, we'll be using 900 megahertz frequency, which can give us the range around 10 to 15 kilometers. And during the process, live video from the drone will be sent to the base station. As you can see over here, this is the drone. This is the wireless communication. And from the base station, we'll be able to control the drone. And also at the same time, we'll be receiving the live footage from the drone to our base station. Coming to the second part, it is not possible for people to fly the drone 15 to 20 minutes continuously. So what we have done, we have made it autonomous. As you can see, this is the flying area. You just have to click the destination, like longitude and latitude, which will be received by the victim. We'll just enter that location over here, and the drone deployment will be done. Drone will go over there and do the surveillance part, and along the surveillance, the video will be sent. This is also one dashboard which we can see on our which will be there on the base station. On the right side, you can see there is a drone, the exact location of the drone. It can be located. On the left side, you can see the height of the drone, speed of the drone, all the different parameters can be seen on the right side, battery level, the how much drone has flown, everything can be seen over here. And apart from it, the different kind of environmental conditions will also be sent via IoT devices, which we can monitor. This will not be helpful in that specific disaster area, but in case of that flooded area or fire area, these things will be the environmental condition will be very helpful for us. Okay, so this is the phase two monitoring part. Coming to the phase three, this is the surveillance part. In the surveillance, as I told, the live footage from the drone will be sent to the base station. You can see in the right screen, this is the live footage which a pilot will be able to see and fly accordingly, which will be getting. And if he clicks on the live disaster that the person analysis, he can literally see the number of person over here. As you can see, 3 persons are defected. 3 persons are detected. I'll like you to focus on this specific area over here. Wait a minute. I'd like you to focus this specific area over here. You can see the geolocation, exact location of the drone. This is location of the drone. After that, you can see the number of persons detected in this area. And after that, we have estimated the number of people which will be required to help them out. Like if they're stuck in some specific area, how much people, how much relief team will be required to help them out. And along with that, there is a current time, exact time, what the time is. So all this part is done. We got the location of the victim area. So next part is to do the troop deployment and the proper kind of help which they'll be needed. So this is the troop deployment part. In the first one, as we are getting the live footage, we analyze the number of people affected in that area. The control station will have algorithm which will use the machine learning algorithm to calculate the number of troop or any different kind of bots requirement. Using the linear regression algorithm, we'll be calculating the number of people required. People not number of relief team required to help them out, and accordingly they will be deployed. So application wise, you can see this can be used for the surveillance in border areas also. Can find terrorist in Naxalite areas also. This can be used. Same thing can be used in different kind of areas. Can be used to find people in hilly areas or any land hill. Or apart from this, it can also be used to find the lost vehicle in valley. For the image recognition part, we have used the YOLO. We have trained it so that it can detect the person or any vehicle which we have trained. It will be detected, and at the base station part will be updated about the location along with the photo and time. So these are some proof of concept photos. This is the drone which we have developed. This is the autopilot base station panel which we can use to monitor the drone. This is the person detection which live we were doing using the drone. As you can see again, the longitude latitude were are seen over here. This is again the number of people which were detected. Estimated teams to be deployed, 3 over here, and time is also here. So these are all complete idea. Sir, excuse me. I would like to know, should I show the videos now or after explaining the business model?
You only have 10 minutes to present whatever you want to present to our judges.
Okay,
So,
ma'am.
and you're read, and you have the last 2 minutes. So, Team Binary Twin, please try to wrap it up.
Okay. This is the moving on to the business model. This is the business model. And, our customer will be by business to business, private tour and travel industries, construction companies and maintenance industry, and business to government like government tourist places. The revenue inflow, like how will be generating money. Platform as a service can be given to B2B and B2G. As a tender basis, will be giving in 5 to 6 years to get the money. And through advertisement also will be generating revenue. Now for the revenue outflow, there it is divided into two costs, production cost and management cost and cost model. In the production cost, we have hardware cost and software cost. In the management, all these things to manage the production thing, we have software part, software development will for web development will be needing two people, for AI development, 3 people, for hardware development, drone development, 2 people, and for piloting one and marketing 1 people. And cost model. This is the complete cost of the hardware setup we'll be needing. In the left side, hardware cost is there. In the right side, for software development, means website or AI development, total estimation is around 33 to 36 lakh for software. And for hardware development, 1,76,000 approximate cost for the drone development. This is our cost model, fixed cost, variable cost, and funding. In the fixed cost, all you can see over here. This is all the our cost requirement. Thank you. Now I would like to move to the video. This is the video for the drone development, how we made this drone. These are some screenshots taken. This is the drone testing part. This is the testing of drone where we, as you can see over here, the propeller, motors, GPS, everything is there. This is a drone flying. It is flying properly. Path planning was also tested. Everything was working properly. Along with this, live footage was also being transmitted at the base station. The question in drone is that people always ask how stable is a drone? Is it stable? If it's near the people, will it damage them? Will it affect them? Will it harm people or not? So for that also, we would like to show that our drone is very stable and can be used in good environment condition also. As you can see, I'm literally near the drone. I'm touching it and testing it out. Drone was not able, wasn't touching me out. It was totally safe to be near the drone. You can see it. This is
Sorry
the
to
big drone.
interrupt, team. You have your last minute to wrap up your presentation.
So this is the small drone which was also developed by our team only. Okay. Apart from this, we have some photos also. Think it's missing. I'm not getting the photos right now. Okay, we can continue. We can. This is the thing. Okay then.
Okay, so Team Binary Twin, was that all for your
Yes.
presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Judges, can we please have the reviews for them?
Can we ask some questions, one?
Yes, yes, you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I had one question. You talked about phase one, where you are using basically SOS buttons to verify the GPS location as well as the counting the number of persons.
Yes, sir.
How are you relating phase one and phase two? Like phase two, based on the SOS button, the phase two drone reaches that point, or and identifies the number of persons, because the picture that you showed
Yes, sir.
is basically easy to detect, where 4 or 5 persons are standing outside in open, and it is able to detect the number of persons. But the fact people will be sitting inside the buses or inside the vehicles, or maybe at scattered at different places. So how do you first thing, how do you relate phase one and phase two, and how you are building the algorithm to make it more effective to detect the right people number?
Okay, sir. So our complete motto of phase one is to get the location of the victim. So either they can send their location SOS button, they can send their location using the SOS button. That is option one. And option two is drone deployment. After every few hours, drone will be deployed to do the complete surveillance. Not the big drone, the small drone will be deployed to do the complete surveillance. Like as you can see over here, this one is the big drone on over. Wait, I'll show you the photo. This is, as you can see, the right drone. Left drone over here is the big drone, which is for the proper surveillance, and the right drone is the smaller drone, which will have longer flight time. It will have flight time like 30 to 40 minutes. It will go for surveillance every hour. So phase one complete motto is to get the exact location of the victim. So as we after we get the exact location of the victim, phase two come in the live action. Phase two live action is in phase two always this big drone only will be deployed. No small drone will be deployed because we need to get the exact location. We need to get the proper video. And in case of emergency, this big drone can also deploy some kind of medical emergencies also. Now coming to your point, how we are going to train model to get detect more kind number of people. So for now, we were not able to get more number of data sets. So with less number of data set, our system is obviously and we trained all our system on on our normal laptop only. So as we discussed in that, if we get more funding, obviously we'll hire people to get more data set to do it more professionally and to detect more people in buses also in crowded areas also we'll be able to detect how many people are there.
Okay. And the cost, as you mentioned, 33 to 34 lakhs for the software and 1.76 for the hardware,
Yes,
if
sir.
I'm right. So
Yes,
that
sir.
is 1.76 is the hardware cost for the two drones, big and small,
Yes, sir.
one set of two drones. And this software cost 33 to lakhs is for common for how many drones? Like,
So this is
yeah.
for the software development part. Like we'll be needing a website. For the AI part, we'll be also needing, right?
So
So
it
for
can take
that,
care of how many drones, like the software part?
it
Is
will
there
be
any
totally scalable, sir. We can totally scale it. Like we can, for now, we can. I have tested up the cost. I have tested. We can control up to 20 drones around.
20? The more the
Yes, sir.
number of drones, the more cost effective it will be, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The more people, like the everything will be ready. We just need to deploy the our system. So the more number of drones we'll be having, the cost will be better for us.
Okay.
Yeah. So Nilesh, can I go ahead with the questions?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Okay. So thank you, Prashant and Sushant. I think you guys have done a wonderful job, I would say. You are
Thank
in
you.
which year? Yeah, you are the final year student, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so great job. And I have a couple of questions. Basically, disasters could be very different. You can have a scenario where there is a flood, or there is a fire, or there is someone trapped because of landslide. So the question was that when there are like some very adverse environmental conditions like heavy rains, etc., will there be any limitations? Actually, that was my first question.
Sir,
And
we were
yeah, please go ahead. So we'll
okay,
go
sir.
one by one.
For the rain part, what we were planning, like for rain, our drone can sustain a rain. We were trying to use the silicon coating and make it waterproof. We are in contact with few of the manufacturers from China. We can get that silicon coating to India. It's kind of very expensive, so we haven't bought it and tested it yet. So money constraint was there. So if we are using that silicon coating, that drone will be totally waterproof. But for the environmental condition, wind condition, we tested. It was working up to 30 to 40 kilometer wind condition. But above from if the wind speed rises above 30 to 40 kilometer per hour, then it is kind of difficult for smaller drone to fly. For the bigger drone, it can handle up to 50 to 60 kilometers wind speed.
Great. Okay. And the second I wanted to know is, will there be any limitations in terms of altitude? Basically, suppose, I mean, lots of things you see people losing lives during, they go for a Everest mission, and we have found, the people losing lives, etc. In those
Um,
conditions, at a higher altitude or a snow-covered area, this, that is, or this will have limitations.
so technically, we don't
Yeah.
have any limitation. I have tested this drone up to 250 meters under
Okay.
the guidance, not alone. Like, but generally, government doesn't allow us to fly above 120 meters. So up to 120 meters, this drone can easily fly. I have also tested up to 250 meters. It was flying properly over there. There was a one problem. The flight time was getting affected because the air pressure is affected over there. So it needs more battery and more thrust over there. So
Right.
up to 50 meters perfectly it will work. We were getting the live footage from there also about we were able to see the clouds and all. So yes.
Yeah. And will there be any limitations in terms of the battery drain out time, etc., especially if you are covering a larger area? So that was my last question. Yeah.
So for the idle condition, like best drone also the flight time is around between 20 to 30 minutes. So our bigger drone is giving flight time of 20 to 30 minutes, which
Okay.
is kind of with a payload of 800 grams. Like payload means it will be able to carry medical kits, and if there is some kind of first aid kit they need, will be able to deploy it then and there only. Immediately it will be deployed over there with that payload of 800 gram or the first aid kit. It can fly up to 22 minutes exactly. We tested under normal environmental condition. Without first aid kit we were able to fly it around 29 minutes and 30 seconds. Apart from this, the smaller drone which we showed you, it can fly up to 40 to 45 minutes. And just for your information, if anything happens, like there is some kind of battery, low voltage battery is there, or any unthinkable thing happens, like any kind of wrong issue is there, the drone lost the control from the base station. So we have installed a function called return to home. So what that basically does, as the name suggests, if anything happens, the drone will return to home. So this cost 1,76,000 drone. Don't think like if something happens, we'll lose our drone. No, we'll never lose our drone. If anything happens, drone will come to the base station from where it took off.
Yeah. So, Prashant, I have a last question. So you said the first option of call is it's kind of an optional thing.
Yes.
So now suppose someone is trapped and his mobile is not working or the no app will work, for
Okay.
example,
Okay.
and if we need to trace that person or a group of people, who are in the midst of such disaster. So how the system works actually? I just want to know that.
So that part is actually I have one other solution which I have not implemented in this because it is still in the development phase. If you want, I
Sure.
can explain it.
Yeah, so I just want to know. So in this case, the base case, I have no doubt you guys have done a wonderful job, and so
Thank you very
my
much.
questions are more to look at more of practical aspects of it. So
Okay,
so
sir.
so the question basically, I think your base case works when basically the mobiles are operational and the people are able to give some message from their app, etc. Is it
So
that?
this is in phase one, as we mentioned, our drone
Yeah.
will be on deployment for after every 1 hour we'll be deploying a drone. So
Okay.
during that drone deployment, if it finds any people, then also we'll be getting that location, that exact location of that people and the number of
Sure.
person detected in the base station. So
Okay.
optional means to get the location, that is optional. Either that app can be used or
Hmm.
our drone will send us the location of the victim where they are stuck.
Fantastic. I got the answer. Fair enough. Thank you.
Apart from those dealing with the harsh environment, the most important part is the AI algorithm, and you have to work on more number of data sets, I suppose,
Yes, sir.
to make. Yeah, that is very important because as far as mobile is concerned, okay, fine, but to detect through drone, you need to work on more data sets to build your logic accordingly, the system, so that it can detect flawlessly, isn't it?
So this is a drone footage, as you can see over here. This is a drone footage through which we were detecting the people over here.
Yeah, here people are standing at one place in a very clear visibility. But
Yes, sir.
normally, people will be inside vehicles or maybe scattered in jungles or maybe at some places where it will be very difficult to analyze and then predict that this kind of accident has taken place. Uh, so this part, I think, needs you need to work more on data sets, more data sets to build the right the software.
Yes, sir. As a student, we were actually having access to limited data sets. We were only able to get free data sets, so it was kind of difficult for us to get it done.
No, can't you get accident pictures from web from this internet to create those data sets for analysis?
Sir, for the accidents we tried, but there are kind of all different kind of accidents. For now, with our and that those are kind of bigger images. More analysis is required, and our hardware, the laptop which we are using is not so much high end. It's very low end laptop. So training data set also kind of pain for us to do.
Okay.
So for now, we were detecting only vehicles and persons over here.
Thank you.
Sorry, Nilesh, yeah, please go ahead. Yeah. Okay, and Prashant, I have a last comment. I think I would encourage you guys to, write or get in touch with, the National Disaster Management Institute. They are based out of Bhopal,
Okay,
and
sir.
you can basically write to them about, your innovation.
Okay.
And I think there is a great need of, these kind of devices in India, and we have been using I mean, the application of technology, that I think really can make a bigger impact. And if Disaster Management Institute can further sponsor or, you get some funding, etc., then it could be improved actually. So just try it out. I think worth trying it out. At the end
Okay,
of
sir.
the day, we all are talking about impact on society, which is more of a larger goal, I would say. Uh,
So it was National Disaster Institute, Bhopal, right?
yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And
We'll
if
surely try
you
to get in touch with
need
them.
any help, just let me know, because one of my friend now who is based out of New Zealand was working there as a deputy director earlier. So maybe I'll be in a position to offer some help to you in case you don't get response from their side. Yeah.
Okay, sir. How can I get your contact? Like,
Yeah. So you can get it from Ria and Siddharth.
Yeah,
They actually
Prashant will
have.
oh,
be sharing sir's details
Yeah.
with you. You may
okay, sir.
ask your team coordinator. We'll duly convey you the details.
Yeah, you
Okay?
will get both my email ID and phone number, so don't worry. That's a very smaller part of it, but
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
well done, guys, and keep up the good work. Yeah.
Thank you very
So
much, sir.
Prashant, Sushant, yeah. So if I may ask a few questions as well, right?
Yes, yes,
So
sir.
the the idea is actually very it's something that's very required right now in India. Yeah, as both Sunil and Sunji and Leslie just said, because well, in 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 uh, in other countries, like for example in UAE, the demographic, I mean the geography is pretty linear, right? While in India it is fluctuating. So one of the things that I noticed is that the average battery life, or rather the maximum battery life that certain companies like DJI are offering is around 30 minutes, right? So
Yes,
I
sir.
heard that even yours works around in approx 29 point something, 29 point, I think,
Yes, the
6 minutes or
bigger
so.
drone works for around 29 minutes 30 seconds, but the smaller drones which we are working on can work up to 40 to 45 minutes.
Okay, okay. So what is your battery capacity?
Battery we are using 3000 mAh lithium ion batteries, 4S.
3000 mAh. And this is in comparison to the usual commonly used ones. What is your difference? For example, okay, to make it a little more generalistic question, so DJI versus your concept, what would be the differences be apart from the sensors and the additional add-on modules?
Okay, so first of all, DJI, as we all know that Indian government has made DGCA, the the India government body which manages the aviation thing in India. So they have made it compulsory that NPNT system. NPNT means no permission, no fly system, no takeoff system has to be there in any bodies which is able to fly. Like if it's an unmanned vehicle, it has to have the NPNT system. So in our thing, that is also in the development phase. We are looking how we can implement NPNT system can be installed on our system, but DJI is not planning to install the NPNT system, which is why DJI is banned in India right now. On top of that, our flight time is kind of better than them for the smaller drones. We are giving flight time of 40 to 45 minutes, and they are just giving flight time of around 30 minutes. And third point I would like to mention is the price difference. Their drone cost around 2 lakh to 2.5 lakh. And our drone, the smaller drone only, in ideal case, if we are only preparing the smaller drone, it will cost around 30 to 40,000.
The DJI, I think is it called Mavi or one of them, which is giving a flight time of around maximum flight time of around
30 minutes.
30 minutes. So this particular one costs around 14K apparently, 14,000 rupees.
14,000. For
One
no
four,
sir,
one four.
no sir, it's impossible, sir.
Okay, okay.
14,000 for
So
DJI Mavic is no. Sir, I can wait a minute. I'll show you on the Google directly.
hmm.
DJI Mavic to price in India. You can see only the drone costs around 1 lakh and 1 lakh
Yours is in
1,600.
comparison to the Pro. Okay, you have the fine, fine. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, different
Sender,
models.
sir,
Fine.
this is the DJI Tello. I think you must be talking about this, the 14,000. This is only for that, for project
Yes.
purpose only. It can fly up to 10 meters only.
Ah, okay, okay. So your range is where the USP is, right? The range
Yes,
is
sir.
where the difference happens. Yeah. And okay, so NPNT aspect is one of the primary USPs with regards to the product alone, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Got it, got it. Yeah, that answers the question. Thank you so much. So
Thank you very
fantastic
much.
concept, and it's great, especially this particular aspect of your the cost being less for a little more average battery life concept. That is very important. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So is that all, judges, or do we have any other reviews for binary twin based on their model?
Done from my side, Ria. So nothing from my side.
Okay, okay, sir. Then Team Binary Twin, thank you for the presentation. You may leave the meeting. Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you very much, Senior Hardware Hackathon and B.I.T. Simply and jury members. We really
Most
loved
welcome.
the hackathon and we really loved the interaction. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And judges, actually, Nilesh sir, he has taken like a minute break. So before I call in the next team, I need to make sure that Nilesh sir is also with us. He'll be back very soon, judges.
And I'll also take a second. I'll also take a second then.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. No problem, sir. Sunil sir, you seem to be really happy with their idea. You seem to be really impressed. Sir, kindly unmute yourself, sir. I did not hear you.
Okay, yes, I mean something which I thought could be having a greater impact, and we can save lives of people. So
Yes, sir.
good, and
It was very generous of you to extend your help, sir. It was very generous of you.
yeah, that's what when you reach a particular stage in your professional life, then it is about helping others to come up.
Yes,
So I thought
yes,
at
sure.
we have been also helped. Like I have been also helped by senior people and mentors. So I thought we need to help the people, youngsters, to come up.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, sir. It's by mentors that we can really get that guidance, or we have the idea, but somebody needs to like streamline us into that particular thing.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So
What is required is some you need to add some fuel to the ambition, and then everything
absolutely,
falls in place. Yeah.
Absolutely, sir. So Nilesh sir is back with us, and Siddharth sir, I hope he'll join in also another minute or so. Also, judges, after the presentation time, we have like a stipulated 5 minute interval for our judges to ask the questions, but we can extend those questions, no
Sure.
problem. But we would like to wrap it up. Also, I'll be interrupting participants if they tend to extend time, but we'll try to keep this like short.
Thank you.
Okay. So Siddharth
Yeah,
sir is
fair
with
enough.
us.
I think
Okay, sir.
the,
Okay, sir. So,
the
sir, I would like to mention one thing here. The team Binary Twin, which came in right now, they were first in the table, right, sir? But in the judging sheet, do indicate their scores in the T2 column. Actually, I just got the notification that they were placed a little below, and in the final sheets, they had to, because they had some other schedules to follow up to. So we had to make slight adjustments.
This was binary twin, right?
Binary twin in the judging sheet, sir, do indicate their scores in the T2 column. In the
T2.
judging
Okay,
T2
fine,
column.
fine.
T2
Fine.
column.
Okay.
I hope I'm clear,
In
sir.
Yeah.
the map that you gave, the meat map that you
Map,
gave, this
yes,
is
sir.
T1.
Map in the map, sir, it's TS1 G1 2. The last
Two,
number
but
is
it's
2.
T1 though.
But it was
Right.
first in order of presentation.
Sure.
But tabulation, will be taking them in the second position, sir.
Okay.
I hope
Okay.
that's
you mean to say, sorry,
yes,
Ria, what you're saying in the judging sheet, we need to put the scores in the second column.
T2. T2. Yes, sir.
T2.
Exactly, sir.
Okay. Clear.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Please let me know, sir. I'll allow the second team in then. Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
And go ahead, I think, and let them in. Yeah.
Shall I? Shall I, judges?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Please.
Okay. Okay. Sir. Okay, so our second team is here, judges. Team Amigos, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good afternoon. Like it's almost afternoon. Please introduce yourself to our judges.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Kaushika from Banariman Institute of Technology. Can I share my screen now?
Okay, Team Amigos, I hope you all know that you have 10 minutes to present your idea, after which our jury will be directing your questions to them. Okay?
Yes.
You may present your screen. Yeah, please go ahead.
Ria, can you please tell the scoring sheet number? Team T1, T2, or T3, whatever it is.
This team. Okay, sir. I'll mention once. The previous team, their scores have to be indicated in the T2 column.
And
Yes,
for
sir.
this team?
And Team Amigos do indicate their scores in the T1 column.
Okay, fine.
I'm sorry if I did delay a little bit. I'm sorry.
Okay,
judges,
fine,
for that.
fine.
Okay, this is T1 column. Okay, sir. Team Amigos.
Yes.
Team Amigos, you may please go ahead with your presentation.
Yes. Is my PPT visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Kaushika from Banariman Institute of Technology. I'm really happy to have this opportunity to present a project in National Hardware Hackathon. This is our prototype title, Novel Individual Solar Panel Failure Monitoring in Array. I've updated my prototype video URL here. My team members, Kavya, Jayashree, and Kavipriya. This is our actual problem statement. There are, excuse me 1 minute. I'm sorry. This is our actual problem statement. Our problem statement is totally about the monitoring system of the panel plant. Already there are many products available in the market to monitor the solar panel plants, but none of the product available in the market to measure the individual solar panel parameters when it is connected in an array or a string. So that we found a solution with our nodes. We built a node which is going to monitor every each and every single panel, each and every single solar panel, and it will collect the data from those panels, and the data will be shared to our main monitoring system. For the monitoring system, we are using artificial intelligence technology to analyze the data, and the data transmitting, we are using IoT technology, Wi-Fi, or innovation component of the project. The proposed idea is novel and it's used to ensure steady output power over a long time period, quick detection and restoration of failures in solar power plant. Individual panel monitoring is the key uniqueness of the project because it will reduce the time to identify the fault in an array which contains hundreds of panels, and it is really helpful to the users to find the fault and revoke the fault also. Fault. This is how we are going to detect the faults. In the fault string are determined by whether the current flowing in each string falls within an assumed variation range or not. The reference current value is set at the level of the maximum power point tracking function in power control system. Thus, the reference current value is obtained as an average value based on the data collected from portable units connected at the MPPT level. Technical feasibility, like I said before, the features are advanced and string and individual panel current data analysis using artificial intelligence and classifies the causes of the failure into a maximum of 7 categories and reports it according to a predefined emergency level. Daily reports can be sent to the designated email address. Um, String with a failure occurring is overlaid on the power plant map. Yes, solution into venture. The government is looking keenly interested in installing solar panels across the country from low scale to high scale industries. Because of the huge requirement of solar panels, the proposed prototype is easy to convert into a real time product by the material which is already available locally in the market. Uh, Market potential for innovation. Of course, the many more companies in India are required to install these solar power plants. Many more in private industries, private installers, educational institutions are in the need of our product because they can find easily found the fault of a panel and they can revoke the fault easily. Risk associated with the innovation is, of course, initial cost of the installation of solar power system is little bit more costlier. The proposed prototype will continuously monitor the individual panel at reasonable cost because we need to connect 7 to 8 nodes for those for contain which containing the 100 panels string. So the cost of prototype for single panel is just 5 to 8% of the individual panel cost. By adding this prototype, the solar panel leads work more efficient. Like I said before, the initial cost of the nodes may become high respected to the number of panels increasing. Team composition for the proposed product, uh, we are using artificial intelligence technology and IoT. For this, the team required the knowledge in cloud and the basic electronic skill set. Additionally, we need to know controller hardwares and software also. This is our photographs of our product. Uh, this is the node which we are going to connect with those with an array in those panels. And this is our main Wi-Fi receiving module which we are going to connect with our main monitoring system. In our prototype, we built only 2 nodes. These are the nodes, and this is the main Wi-Fi receiving module. This will transfer the data to this data sheet, and we can found the fault easily with this. So that's all. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I'm
Thank you, Team Amigos. Judges, I think we can move to their reviews. Reviews for them. Nilesh sir?
Yeah, just a very good project, I would say. But considering you just said that there'll be, say, a number of panels which will be
Yes,
connected to strings, and you mean to identify the fault of each string, each solar panel, isn't it?
yes, yes, sir.
So can you please elaborate? What is the basically you will be measuring three things. One is the current, the voltage, and then we will be comparing with the threshold, defined threshold value at different intervals of time. The threshold will go a change. So,
Yes,
how do you do it effectively with your algorithm? Like the different time of the part of the day, the threshold limits will be different. Different seasons, it will be different. So,
yes,
do you also compare it with the thresholds of all other solar cells, how they are varying at different intervals of time to build the algorithm? And a
yes.
particular instrument you are using and IoT devices you are measuring to send the data to the cloud?
So actually, there are no particular instrument, but we are using those current. Actually, 1 minute. We're using the power control system and normal current analysis and voltage analysis, sir. And we can measure. Actually, algorithms is totally built with season type and timing for a day and the season timing. Those all are inbuilt with those algorithms, sir.
No, how do you measure the current and send it to the cloud? You are measuring the current and then sending
Yes,
it to the cloud for analysis, isn't it?
yes, sir. We
So
measure
how frequently you send the data?
with through Wi-Fi, sir. We're sending the data through Wi-Fi. We're collecting the data with power sensor, current sensor, and voltage measuring sensors.
And you are continuously sending the data to the cloud, or you are using some kind of edge computing where you
No, sir. We're going to continuously collect the data and send the data.
continuously?
Yes, sir. The data will be updated for 5 minute once.
Pardon?
Time may be set according to the area, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Once the data will be updated in those data sheet.
And you are not measuring temperature of the solar cells?
Yes, sir. We are using temperature sensor also.
So which sensor you are using?
Luminous sensor and sorry, sir. Luminous sensor.
Okay. Okay.
LDR and luminous sensor will be used.
And have you built any sort of algorithm for analyzing, or have you done any practical aspect of it? Have you sent data?
No, sir, still we didn't build any algorithm for fault separation and identification. We are just building the monitoring system with, and those data will be updated in IoT. Data will be updated in the data sheet. Now we just do that, but the idea is totally about the AI technology of data analytics. But we didn't do that algorithms still now. This is our starting stage.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Kaushika,
Yes, sir.
uh, appears to be a good solution to me, but I just want to know is how it is different from the current solutions which are available, because I'm sure the solar industry as such is
Yes,
getting mature now, and this monitoring is very critical. So
yes,
how it is different? What is the value differentiation, of this particular
yes, sir.
solution with respect to the existing solutions? That's my first question. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Uh, we already have those monitoring system in market. Those monitoring system or monitor the whole string. Actually, in a string, it may contain hundreds of panels, but they may identify the fault in those string, but they cannot identify the particular panel fault. With our product, we can find the particular panel fault and what is the fault type. Uh, like timings. There may be dust pollution, and it may give the low level current production, but we cannot identify the actual fault, so that we can use actual fault with our present product, but we can measure all the problems, and we can find the faults with our product. So for each and every single panel we are going to monitor here.
Understood, because you are connecting a sensor to each of the panel and then you are using IoT to really get it. And
No, sir,
generally,
actually,
yeah, sorry, please
sir,
go
one
ahead.
minute, sir. Actually, we are not going to connect every single with the nodes, every single panel with the nodes. We just connect with 15 panels for a node. For a node, we are going to connect 15 panels, and those
Okay.
15 panels will be monitored by one node.
And how many sensors will be used? Each panel will have one sensor, or one sensor will cater to 15 panels?
So the sensors will be used. No, sir,
Obviously,
15,
I'm not an
15 panels
expert
will
in
be.
IoT. I'm just telling based on my theoretical knowledge.
So this
So
is
I
actually
do.
not IoT.
Hmm.
We are using IoT technology to transmit the data from here, but not the monitoring work. So the
Hmm.
monitoring work we are using single sensors for 15 panels.
Single sensor for 15 panels. Okay.
Every sensors.
Yeah. So couple of suggestions from my side is, one is that I would encourage you to, because there are number of solar farms which have come up in India. So
Yes.
you can actually, I would encourage you and your team to go ahead and try to test this prototype, in actually in the solar farms. Okay, by attaching the devices to the panels, etc. And there also you see Sterling and Wilson and many organizations which are quite active. And if you need any help actually to do so, so please do let me know, Ria, and Ria can help you with my contact details, so that you can actually test innovation in the practical situation. That's my one suggestion. And secondly, probably a detailed costing will help actually. At this stage we are talking about 5 to 8% of the individual panel cost. You would appreciate that currently the tariffs have gone so low in the solar industry that there is a huge pressure on the cost base actually for the
Yes.
solar panels, and nobody is making honestly money in that business. The government is talking a lot about that, but on the ground, because the tariffs are low, nobody is making money. And in that, when we are putting about 5 to 8% of the panel cost, will that be a deterrent? I'm not very sure. I'm just raising that as the concern. So how can we basically optimize? If it is 5 to 8% per panel cost, then will that have a significant impact on the overall costing of project execution? That needs
Yes.
to be looked into maybe. But good job, and I think with these improvements probably you can take it. And I think the targets are very ambitious. If you see, we want to cross about 100, I think, gigawatts or something like that. And I'm sure this is need of our. I have seen. I was with Sterling and Wilson earlier. They have kind of created a control center at Mumbai, and wherein the international projects what Sterling has executed in multiple geographies, like you see in Zambia or even in Nigeria and all those countries, they try to get the data from all these places and try to monitor at a location, central location in Mumbai. So if you want to visit that or see the details of how they are doing, that also I could be of some help to facilitate that as well. So
Yes,
please
sir.
let me
Thank
know
you.
in case if you are looking to work on this and take this idea forward.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And
We'll share the details with the teams.
Yeah. Thank you.
Siddharth,
Fantastic.
sir, can we
thank
have
you.
your questions, please?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so some of the questions that I had were already asked by Sunil ji and Nilesh ji. So in this particular context, so from my understanding, we tried to set up such a project in Kerala with one of my partners, and there were some existing players like Exide who were actually controlling the battery side of it. And one of the problems was the battery aspect. The storage, there is definitely an issue in India. So in that, yeah, cost is a major constraint. I agree, but overall, if the cost is something that can be borne, even though cost is something that is even smaller than the maintenance cost of solar cells, which found out that in Kerala it was a problem at that time. The maintenance cost every year, the annual maintenance charges are very high for solar cells, especially with the geography there as well. So if the cost is comparable to that aspect, this is a very good idea and it is highly required. So just a question. So you'll be using 15 panels on one node, is it?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
you will not will you be monitoring each individual panel's situation?
Yes, sir. We're going to monitor individual panel. That is the actual key point
Okay.
here. And
Okay.
you see, you have seen the product prototype, right? We built the prototype on our own. Actually, we buy those controllers and Wi-Fi modules separately, and we make the PCB board. For that, it may cost some more. Actually, this percentage of 5 to 8% is totally uh, about our product prototype. What we are consuming those amount, we listed it, but if there are many products available in the market with my controllers with the own Wi-Fi modules, so it may reduce the cost of the nodes, so we can reduce the cost.
Okay. No, my question is, so 15 panels will be monitored by one node.
Yes, sir.
So how will you go about with the particular panel situation?
We are just going to connect those panels with wire, sorry, through the wires with the modules, sir, those nodes. We're going to connect the modules with the panels with the wires. We can, so
Okay.
that we can measure, yes, sir. We can measure the total current flowing through the each and every single panel, sir. In our
Okay.
having many more ports for the modules, sorry, for the panel wirings.
Sure. Okay. Now you'll be figuring out the faults, such as the faults based on the drop in the PV value. Is it right?
Yes, yes,
In the
yes, sir.
current value, and so we will not be able to identify what is the reason behind it exactly without actually going and checking. Is it?
Sir, we are using luminous sensor and the LDR, sir, so we can use, we can find the actual fault. It may be a dust or birds problem. It may be any fault.
Uh,
We can find
Okay, so
those.
you use a luminar sensor and an LDR to check, and depending on the value changes, you can
Yes, sir.
figure out whether it is a bird flying over it, whether it is an actual, let's say, a tree fell on it or something.
Yes,
So
yes,
you can figure out, yeah, based on the data inputs that you have given earlier, with comparing
yes,
with the
sir.
data inputs earlier.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you so much.
Those
Very
fault.
well presented.
Thank you, sir.
Do we have any other questions for Team Amigos judges?
Correct.
No, I'm done. Nothing from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So that's sir, Nilesh sir.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, got the
Okay,
answers.
Continue with the
Good,
okay,
good.
judges. Okay. Team Amigos, you may please leave the session. Thank you so much. It was really good. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, all of you.
Judges, please indicate their scores in the uh, respective column. T1 for Team Amigos. Okay. Okay. Is the next team ready? Coordinators? Okay. Okay, we'll wait for them. So the third team judges which will be coming up is Team B.I.T. Although they're not from our college, their team name is B.I.T. They are team 3, so their column is like it's sorted. T3.
So they are
They are
not from
no
BIT.
sir, no sir, they're not
Oh,
from our.
I was thinking that's a good strategy. Well planned.
That's a
Going.
real smart
Maybe
move, actually. Yeah.
kind of.
Ria just busted that, yeah.
So we have the third team here, Team B.I.T. Are you here?
Yes, ma'am. I'm.
Okay, so are your like your team members are yet to join it?
Yes, ma'am. They'll join.
Okay.
They'll
Oh,
join now.
please pass on the link to them as quickly as possible and do join in the session.
Yes, ma'am.
So here there is no team from B.I.T. Sindri?
So their teams have qualified from B.I.T. Sindri, but we have divided them into different sessions. So in this particular session,
Okay,
I
okay.
am not sure if we have a team from my college.
Okay, you have another session in the afternoon, no?
Yes, sir. Actually, 4 parallel sessions are going on right now,
Okay, okay,
and then we'll have another in the evening. Like then
okay,
4 parallel sessions.
okay.
Okay, so all your team members joined in? Team B.I.T. Are all the members here?
No, ma'am. Just one by ma'am. Praveen Kumar.
Please quicken up a bit. Team B.I.T., are you about to start with the presentation?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. We are about to start with presentation.
Have
No,
all
we
your
don't
members
have.
joined in?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. No, just we both, ma'am.
Okay, fine, fine.
Myself and
You
Praveen
have
Kumar.
10 minutes to
Yes,
present,
ma'am. Okay,
and
ma'am.
then our judges will get with you the questions and everything. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, your time starts now. You may please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, sir. I am Sir Guru. He is my friend Praveen from Banariaman Institute of Technology, Tamil Nadu. Our team name is B.I.T. I'm going to address about how we can make use of these waste plastics into a functional thing for the human mankind. As per UN reports, every year on Earth, 300 million tons of plastics are used. In our daily life, we face a lot of problems by plastics. The main disadvantage of plastic is that they don't degrade quickly. It takes millions of years to degrade. The whole world is being dumped by plastics. When the plastics are burned, they produce enormous amount of toxic gases. These gases causes cancer, immune deficiency, and birth defects. This is also dangerous for wildlife. If this continues, our ocean could contain more plastics than fish by 2050. In India, there are 5.6 billion tons of plastics are being used daily. So here are some examples for plastic pollution. Hmm. Our project is one of the methods to convert plastic into a renewable source. Yes, we can convert plastic into renewable resources. In this method, plastics are directly converted into fuel. This can be achieved through pyrolysis method. Pyrolysis is the thermal decomposition of materials at an elevated temperature in an inert atmosphere. This is different from combustion and hydrolysis as it does not involve the addition of oxygen or water. Pyrolysis produces solids condensable liquid, and gases. So the process of converting plastic into fuel is a simple procedure. Firstly, waste plastics are dumped into container and tightly sealed with a lid. Then it is heated at a high temperature around 350 degrees Celsius in the absence of oxygen. Then they produce hydrocarbons. Since there is no oxygen, the plastics aren't burned. Instead, they break and get paralyzed. So the molecular chain of the plastic breaks and hot vapors are released from this. The hot vapor then passes through an empty container and it moves to another container with water where condensation takes place. In an empty bottle, distillation process takes place. So the gas condenses and the fuel is collected in this container. For every ton of plastics, we can get about 800 liters of fuel. The only byproduct is a non-hazardous char, that is the fillers from the plastic after they were burnt. Even they can also be used in making tiles and concretes like etc. So the fuel extracted from this plastic is more efficient than the normal fuel. From this, we can meet our fuel requirements also. Daily fuel requirements can also be met. And the cost of the fuel also can be reduced. It can be sold around like rupees 50 to 60 something like that. And this is the flow chart for our model. Firstly, here the waste plastics are dumped in this small container and it is heated at high temperature. Then it moves to the primary chamber and then secondary chamber and moves to the conversion chamber where condensation takes place. For large scale production, we need more condensation chambers, sir. So finally, in the hot vapor condenses and the fuel is collected in the oil tank and the gas is moved to the gas tank. This is the flow chart, sir, and next is the hardware setup of our model, a mini hardware model for our project. Conclusion. We have a definite solution to recycle or reuse these plastics into renewable resources, sir. So this is one of the method to convert plastic into petrol. There are other methods too, like plastic roads and recycling of plastics, etc. In India, 5.6 million tons of plastics are being used. So pyrolysis helps us to redefine the use of these plastics by converting it into useful resources. So the solution proposed will be helpful to reduce even the greenhouse gases and sustain a clean environment, sir. So there is a working of our video. We'll play that, sir. So this is the non-condensable gas that comes out, sir. Thank you, sir. That's all, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Team BIT. Is that all for your presentation?
Yes, ma'am. We
Oh,
don't have a model, ma'am. Since it is in our college, we can't go to our college, so we don't have the model, ma'am.
it's okay. You presented whatever you could, and
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
we'll head to our judges.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Questions for the team?
Yeah.
First question.
So
Okay, just go ahead.
may I?
Siddharth, go ahead.
Thank you. The concept is very obviously required, yes, and I see a potential partnership with organization like the Ocean Cleanup Project. Well, they are
Yes.
collecting massively from all the oceans across the world, right? And maybe we could use that to convert the collected plastic from the oceans into fuel, right? Yeah. So
Yes,
but one
sir.
of the problems that I noted from the process, the pyrolysis process, right, is
Yes.
that so there is a heavy combustion involved, right? So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you need massive energy, I think 350 degrees Celsius, or
Yes, sir.
how much
350 degrees
temperature is it?
Celsius. 350. It's
Perfect.
above 350 degrees Celsius, sir.
So how are you generating that energy?
So
Do you
that
have any
that's
other?
no, sir. Just we need to just burn it, sir. We just need plastics to be burnt at 350 degrees Celsius, sir. At that time only we can get that vapors that which condenses into fuel, sir.
Okay, so you'll be using something like fuel to burn uh, a
Yes, sir.
stove.
Exactly,
Let's
sir.
say. Okay,
But
so have you done a study on the effectiveness of both? Like how much fuel is used to create so much fuel?
no, sir. We didn't. Sorry, sir.
No, yeah, sure, no problem. But that is one area which you could just take a check on, because one of the problems of this pyrolysis is that it consumes enormous energy. So if you don't
Yes,
have a very good sustainable secondary source,
yes,
then you
sir.
would be inputting too much of fuel to create so much fuel, right? In a business sense, that would
Yes,
be
sir.
problematic, right?
Yes, sir. So
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
We
I
didn't.
thought
Oh, sorry, sir. We didn't go that much, sir. We didn't think about
sure,
it,
sure.
sir. So
Probably something that we can do in the future. Yeah.
yes,
So
sir.
and so then you wouldn't have taken account of the okay, obviously it's carbon dioxide which is being released even during the combustion to the carbon dioxide released when your fuel is being burned. So even that study is also something to be conducted. Yeah.
Yes,
Got it.
sir.
Okay, okay, got it,
Mm,
okay. Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Okay, so
Yes.
Sarguru, Vanakkam.
Sir, vanakkam.
That's the only Tamil word I know. Huh? I don't know any Tamil beyond this.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
So when I was listening to your presentation,
Yes,
so you know,
sir.
on a lighter side, I thought, so are you using bike, Sarguru, or not?
So no, sir.
No.
No,
So
sir.
my next question was that, are you having a girlfriend? So
No, sir.
if you have both the things, then this will be very good. You know, you can generate the fuel at home and use it in your bike.
Yes, sir.
Because you
I'll
said
try.
it is 50 to 60 rupees per liter, you know. So I think it will be a great moral booster for all those young guys, who are having bikes, and Ria is laughing.
Yes.
Okay. I
Okay.
wanted to just make it little lighter, but good this thing. So basically, if there is a innovation across the globe on reduction of waste,
Yes, sir.
and I am sure there will be numerous references to the methods. But I agree with what Siddharth has asked, and I genuinely also has the same concern that it's a very energy intensive process, and we
Yes.
really need to look at the economics of it.
Yes, sir.
When you really heat it at that temperature. So, and what
Yes,
is
sir.
the economics? What is the yield you are going to get? But the interesting thing is that one of my friends
Yes,
has
sir.
basically a unit in partnership somewhere in Dombivli in Maharashtra,
Yes,
And
sir.
what they do is that they are converting the tires, which are used tires of the vehicles,
Yes, sir.
into a fuel. And when I heard about that idea, I thought, is it crazy? I couldn't
Uh,
believe that. You see a
yes.
tire and then you are converting it into a fuel.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, that means it is feasible for sure. But the question is, what is the yield you get? What is the purity? And whether you are really getting it into a gasoline grade or other things. But I could see a combustible gas getting produced. So at least you guys have, made some model at home and tried to do that.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, your efforts are appreciated, but you need to look into the economics of it and the yield and the other aspects, and
So the
uh,
yield I
and
can
also
see.
just I will allow you to speak. So
Yes,
my
sir. Yes, sir.
last concern was that whether it can be scaled it up. Actually, if we scale it up, then whether it will be a commercially viable model or not.
Yes,
These
sir.
are some of my questions, probably which you guys need to look into and work on it.
Yes, sir.
But well done. I mean, at least you have thought about it and come up with some model. I think that's quite creditable.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
So
sir.
thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir. So I can say about yield, sir. If we burn nearly like 1 ton of plastics, we can get about 800 liters of fuel, sir.
Okay,
Yeah, you probably
800 liters.
mentioned
800.
70%, 70%.
Nearly 70. Like is 70 to
Yeah, yeah.
80% we can get, sir.
That is pretty good actually. But
Yes,
then
sir.
the question comes to my mind: if it is so easy, then why it is not implemented at a commercial scale? That's a question coming to my mind.
Sir,
Uh,
yes, sir. But in Russian countries, they do implement this project, sir. Some of them, some of the how to say, sir, they
sure.
have these projects. They are being implemented in some countries near Russia, sir. I really don't know the country name, sir. But somewhere around Russia, they do this, sir.
Oh no, great. So basically, that's what I am thinking, because
Yes,
number of solutions are being sought, and number of technologies are being evaluated for this. Yeah, please go
oh,
ahead, sir. Yeah.
sir, and
Sir Guru,
yes, sir.
just a minute. This project seems to be really good if it you can work it out commercially, because it can get us rid of the biggest menace of
Yes, sir.
plastics, and it would be very good for the environment. But
Yes, sir.
as the other judges have already told, the commercial viability, because a lot of work, I was just browsing the internet, so a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
analysis of plastics are being done. There are number of papers available, but so far there is no practical model that has come out. And second thing, can you tell us the calorific value of the fuel that you are able to get?
Sir, sir, I gave it as an approximate amount, sir. I just don't know correctly the amount, sir. I just gave it approximately. We can sell it to like 50 to 60 rupees,
No,
something
no,
like
no.
that, sir.
Calorific value, CV.
Heating
Sir,
value, heating value. Yeah.
Calorific
sir,
value.
350 degrees Celsius, sir.
No, that is the temperature you are getting.
Temperature you are asking, no, sir?
No. The calorific value is the amount of heat that it can be generated. Like, uh, say for diesel, it is say higher than petrol. So they are different
Sir,
in our heat
sir, I
plant.
got you, sir. I got you, sir. Sir, this is nearly around diesel only, sir. This is
Okay,
exactly like diesel only, sir. It's not petrol. It's like diesel only, sir. So how much amount we gave for diesel? It's being given to this, sir.
okay. And second
Nearly.
thing,
Yes, sir.
since I think this will lead to gases like CO and hydrogen also, na?
Yes, sir.
Hydrogen.
So
So
that is the flammable gas we show you last at the video at the end of the part, no, sir. That the flammable gas is H2, sir.
okay, what is the percentage of these guys? Like, I was just checking your paper.
Yes, sir.
Gases like methane, CO, C2H4, hydrogen, all these gases come out. What is the percentage of CO and hydrogen? Because these are
Sir.
highly explosive gases. You need
Yes,
to
sir.
build a system where you have to measure the concentration of hydrogen and CO from the safety point of view. You have to
Yes, sir.
build those things in your model,
Oh, yes, sir. Sir, we didn't go that far, sir.
because this
Sir, we
process
didn't.
can lead to explosion. because the amount of hydrogen and CO, these are in steel plants. We do measure such hydrogen and CO
Yes, sir.
content
Yes.
in many gases, and then we are using explosion-proof instruments there
Oh, yes,
because
sir.
they come under hazardous zone. So
Yes,
when
sir.
you build a model, you take these safety aspects also into consider those safety aspects.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I think the blasting has not happened, fortunately. I think that's why we're all here today. While testing, I'm sure.
Okay, judges.
What is the
Do you
team
have
number? This is I forgot the team number
team
probably.
three? So
Team
Yes.
3.
T3,
Okay, okay, okay,
B.I.T.
okay.
Judges, any other questions for the team?
No.
Nothing. It's a fantastic concept. The one of the problems that I saw is that the value of fuel that is required for this whole process. If you can get a number on that, and if it's less, sorted, then maybe we
Yes,
can
sir.
commercialize it. Yeah,
Yes,
fantastic.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Team B.I.T. You may please leave the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Judges, there is an information. Actually, Team 4, which was Team Bachelors, they will not be able to present their idea because of some mishappening at like something has happened and they cannot join in today. So we will move on to the last team. So our fifth team, Be Innovative, it's the last team for the session today. Please indicate your scores for the previous team. Then we'll get to the next team.
So now we are going to have team 5. I mean, we need to
Yes,
put
Team 4, unfortunately, sir, cannot be a part of the competition. They had to withdraw because of some reason, some personal problem
sure,
arose.
sure.
Yes, sir. So our last team judges, they're here. Team Be Innovator.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Have all your members joined in the session?
What, ma'am?
Have all your members joined in the session?
Actually, ma'am, I participated individually.
Okay, okay, no problem. Please introduce yourself to our judges.
Yeah. Myself, Anu Srivastav. I am a first year student from Chandigarh University pursuing BCSC Mobile Computing. And I am from Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh.
Okay, so you have 10 minutes to present your idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to present the screen, you may please go ahead. And
Actually, I am having my sessional exam. That's why I am presenting in my phone. Can I
sure,
present in?
sure, no problem. Okay,
Okay.
so your 10 minutes start now, Anuj. You may please go ahead.
1 second. Can I open my PPT?
Yeah, sure, sure. Do let us know when you are absolutely ready.
Okay. Okay.
Anuj, are you ready?
1 second, ma'am. Just 1 second.
Okay. Also, judges, this evaluation session is currently being streamed live on YouTube. So I'll share the links. You may please watch it later.
Great. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Hello, Anuj.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sharing my screen.
Okay. So your 10 minutes start now. You may go ahead.
My screen is visible now?
Yes, Anuj.
Yeah. Actually, my idea is smart braille come education system for the blind. As we all know, if we talk about this, even in this pandemic, we only have a one system of learning, that is virtual learning. None other than virtual learning. No any option we have. None of the option is available for us in this pandemic. But if we don't talk about this pandemic, if we talk about the normal condition, we all know that the everybody is if we ask the question, how would you prefer to learn, by using the smart class system or using the old chalk and duster method? Everyone prefer that we learn better using the smart class. So, but no one is thinking about the blind people. Have you ever think how the blind people can learn? They have only one source of learning, that is braille. If we talk about this pandemic, how the blind people can learn, how they can learn virtually, they don't have any source of system that they can learn virtually. So I think, why can't make a device so that the blind people can also be able to learn from the internet and virtually like us? And according to the research from Times of India, approx 30 million people in the world are blind, and out of which 15 million are from India. That's a worst condition. If we don't have a such system to teach the blind people in this pandemic, so 15 million people don't get this such a education, even in this technology era. Now look at this old. What is the restriction of old braille? We all know that the blind people are restricted to read and learn only those things which are printed in the braille. They are unable to learn the new things. For example, if we get the new technology, if we get the new article printed, but they have only the old braille. They have to learn only those things. If we talk about there are many advantages of the such systems. Is there any error printed in that braille? There we are unable to remove that error. We have to teach only that, and there's a one teacher can teach only one student at a time. If a person is blind, so one teacher have to go that the every seat of the student, and he or she have to teach only one student. So it really time consuming process, and it was very tough to teach the blind people, because normal people can't teach the blind people. We all know that we don't know the process of teaching the blind people, and we don't have the knowledge of braille. So example, if a blind people take a birth in our family, how we can give them early education? He or she is unable to get the early education. We all know that our parents are the first teacher, but how can we give them to the early education if he or she blind by the birth? That's the main situation. There's a question, why digital braille is more preferable than old braille? Why my innovation is better than the old version of braille? Digital braille is more preferable because it enables the blind person to take the help of the internet and their virtual system, and they can learn from the internet. They can learn anything, whether it's a new novel or new technology, new article. We can teach them anything, and it can reduce the time consuming process, because by using this process, one teacher can teach multiple students at a time. Now just look at what the working principle behind it. We have a three process: input, processing, and output. We are taking the computer and laptop, smartphone for taking as an input. Teacher uses the computer and laptop or smartphone, from where he or she gives the command, and that command will go to the processing unit, from where we uses the Atmega 3280p microcontroller, which convert our normal language into Braille language, and that Braille language will convert it in script in our screen, which we innovate. Now look at this. What is the Braille screen? Just look at this. This is our input system, and this is our processing unit, and this is our Braille screen. From we all know that Braille is represented by six dots. As we here we can see that A, one dot is the symbol of A, two left side two dots is the symbol of B. In the same pattern, it's same principle. I use the same principle and I created the Braille screen. Now look at the what are the improvement required. We're still working on this project to add the voice command. So example, if a blind person can, we all know that he or she unable to see anything. So if he or she want to ask anything, just he or she can speak in this system, and system can automatically give the command according to that. Now look at this cost of setup, because every innovation needs to be cost efficient, because we all know that if a person is blind, he or she not able to afford the so costly setup. So we make it so costly. If we want to make a smart class setup, is around a $10, for example. But if we want to make it for a student of 50 class, so we have to make a microcontroller setup only one, but we have to only create a multiple screen for every student. So if we want to make it for a class of 50 student, it just costs around $500. That's a really cost effective, and I think every blind school can afford this system. Now just look at it, what are the other applications that we can use. This device can use to make a smart class for virtual visual impaired section. We can also use for making the signboards, such as we can see that in the lifts, a floor number is in the lifts, floor number is changing, floor display is changing. So we can use this system where the every floor number is changed according to the floor number. And we can also use it for making the visual impaired traffic lights, so that the blind people can also be able to recognize the traffic lights, and there's a we can reduce the accidents. I have a one video, I want to show it, that I recorded it. Just wait. It's audible?
No, Anuj, it's not audible. You may explain as the videos
Yeah,
goes on.
yeah. This is a system. This is a Braille screen, and this is a relay, and Arduino board is our processing unit. We all know that the blind people are restricted to use anything. So we can see that in from this laptop we give the command, and that command will process by our microcontroller, and that command will inscript on this screen. As we all know that the blind braille is represented by the dots, so according to this pattern I use the six solenoids in the screen. So according to the particular alphabet, particular solenoid will inscript up, and the blind people can touch it and understand what the people want to teaches us. For example, I give the command, I if we have I give the command from this laptop, and that command will process by this microcontroller, and the microcontroller send this signal to this our screen, from where the particular solenoid will inscript up. And this is a now I give the command A from this PC, and the one solenoid, a solenoid will inscript up from the screen, so the blind people can touch it and understand that the teacher give the command A. In the same pattern, I give the man. You can see that man. Yeah, in the particular pattern, particular command will inscript up, and the blind people can understand that what a teacher want to teach us. This is that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Anuj. And judges,
Really wonderful to see this kind of idea coming up,
Thank you,
because
sir.
and probably I just would like to know that you are using solenoids because you have to touch the solenoid to see which particular letter or is there. Okay, now.
Yes, sir.
So there will be a set of solenoids for each letter.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So to read a particular word or read a particular sentence.
Yeah. So for example, if I want to print a particular sentence a mix of particular words, and words are made of particular alphabets. Okay. There is a time we have set a particular time limit. For example, I have to print my name is Anuj. So first it printed M, then particular time gap my, and for a space it took us little bit time difference, and then it printed the other alphabet. For example, name. Then it took some time limit, then it take the name is Anuj. We can also set the time limit according to the ability of the person, how easily he or she can learn it. We can change the code according to that.
That timing can be defined in the software.
Yeah.
So that is good. So it looks very practical, and I think you can definitely go ahead and have some kind of tie-up, because this idea looks very practical.
Thank you, sir.
Nothing is there which it's you are simply using some microcontrollers where you are converting this alphabets into you are giving some output for the solenoids to pick
Yes,
up.
sir.
Solenoids to pick up, and you have to be careful with the safety aspects, like because the solenoids are electrical, picked up by electrical.
Actually, sir, we are using the DC power, 6 volt DC power, so it was
Okay, fine.
there's a no.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem, because
Yes.
the output can be very low.
Yes,
Output
sir.
voltage can be very
Yes.
low. So that is not an issue. So are you have you worked with any organization to finally work out a model?
No, sir. Still, I am not working with any of the organization, but I have tested in the one blind school near my house, and there's a great response from them. They really like us.
Okay, like I like the idea. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Anuj,
Yes, sir.
your chota package bada dhamaka.
Thank you, sir.
So it's really wonderful idea, I would say, and that too, thinking about such a thing in the first year of engineering, it's really creditable. So
Thank you,
well done.
sir.
And as I agree with Nilesh, what he's saying is that it's very practical and implementable idea. And I was about to tell you to get it tested in the blind school, and which you have already done. That's really great.
Yeah.
And I think what Nilesh says, I agree that if you could tie up and try to get some funding, from NGOs, and
Okay, sir.
then that will be really good, because we need to look at holistically in the pandemic situation. That
Yes, sir.
all the people who are normal, it's easy for them to learn online, but you have thought about blind people. So I think that also shows that you are a deeply compassionate guy. Good. A couple of things from my side is that whether it is only used for learning the language, or it could be used for learning mathematics and other subjects. That was
Sir,
one question.
sir, in this time I coded for the English language and the mathematical numericals. We can add any language, we can code it for any language. We can also print 5 plus 5. We have code for the symbols, we can code for its symbols. Just since due to the less time, I coded only for the letter numbers 0 from 9, and from A to Z alphabet. So we can print any English sentence and words, and the numerical from 0 to 9, any number. If we have a time, we can code for a more number of language, and we can also code it for the symbols, so we can also evaluate for mathematical purpose.
That's really great. I would encourage you to do that and try to expand this idea. So you should not stop it here.
Okay,
And my
sir.
next question was that, learning is a two-way process.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
The communication gets completes when the sender gives message to the receiver, and then receiver gives feedback to the sender.
Yeah, sir.
So I would appreciate if you can take this innovation to the next level, wherein you also give basically some kind of a tool to the blind person to give some signal, so that it
Excellent.
can gets processed and goes back to the teacher in the computer system.
Excellent.
Sir,
You can think about it.
Sir, as you
so that
remember
it
that
makes
I added a one slide in my PPT that I am working on this. I'm working this program to add the voice command, so we can also access the two-way communication between the teacher and the students.
fantastic. I mean, if you can do that, then Anuj, so the meaning of Anuj is younger brother. So I think you are a
Yes,
big
sir.
brother here. So you have done a great job.
Thank you, sir. Thank
And
you.
if you can add voice and all, will make it more effective. So
Definitely, sir.
keep up
I
the
will
good
try.
work, and please try to expand this. And I am sure this will have a very very big impact. Yeah, for the blind kids, not only in India, I would say across the globe. And I'm sure, and if you need any kind of help, so please get in touch with me, and whatever I can help you, I'll certainly do that. Yeah.
Sure, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Fantastic idea. And yeah, I'm glad Sunilji asked both the questions. Both of them I had it written here and exactly asked them. Thank you so much. And Anuj, it shows your empathy that you could come up with a solution, especially since we're all sitting comfortably learning from the screen here, right? And there are certain people who are struggling with this particular change. Yes, right. So fantastic. And I would like to discuss further with you about the application into blind schools and other areas because we work with other NGOs as well in that domain, right?
Yes, sir.
So we definitely like to work together and see how this can be taken up.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Good luck.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You may leave the session, Anuj. Thank
Okay,
you.
ma'am. It's okay. Fine.
So, judges, with this was the last team, and we come to the conclusion of the evaluation process of all some of the finalists for the hackathon. I hope some ideas did really get like awakening ideas. So if I may ask judges, like any idea which was really, really impressive, like personally impressed you, Nilesh sir?
See, See, all the ideas were really good. I think from the environment point of view, this plastic, but uh, probably it lacked practical workability. I think that that was there. A lot of work needs to be done. But this particular idea of developing a smart brain looks very practical, implementable. So I think this was one thing which really, all other ideas are good, but implementation part, if you think, consider this was one thing which can be, I don't think there should be any problem in implementation.
Yes. Uh, Sunil sir, could you please share the best idea? So that's anything which you
Sure.
like really like, personally touched you.
Sunilji, you can please proceed. Yeah.
Okay. So I can see, I mean, both ideas which I found. One is the binary twin, wherein they talked about, that drone for disaster relief operations. That was, I think, a brilliant idea. And then what Anuj has presented. So a little bit of, more maturity and other things obviously will come. I think he's just in the first year of engineering. So I think we need to think about that aspect as well. So I think these are two which will definitely have, I think, a bigger impact on the society, and both I feel are implementable, and probably even the cost could be optimized. And so I think these are the two ideas which I am really pretty impressed about these two ideas.
Thank you, sir. Siddharth, could we hear yours, please?
Oh, it was very. It was a game for the mind, and it was very interesting to listen to all the ideas, right? But for me, I really can't pinpoint on an idea that is the best, to be honest, because well, you always see these newspaper clippings saying somebody found somebody's generating petrol from water and all those things, right? So but the problem is when you open the article, also it'll be really good. But when you really go into the depth of it, when you actually talk to the person and you get the real idea, you understand that you cannot take it anywhere. That's it. It's just a very beautiful concept, but it can never be practically done, right? So we had a wide array of projects, and be the drone aspect, right? It is highly required, and I've been reading upon the current situation, and there are certain products which are working along the same direction, but the efficiency is really good. His the product especially has good um, battery life, which really caught my attention. And the solar panel idea, I'm not sure if it's actually feasible with regards to the cost aspect yet, because they have to bring out the details regarding that. But very effective and highly required, especially at least in my state, it is required for implementation. And the other ideas are fantastic. The pyrolysis is really good when you really hear it, right? You need that right now. Wow, this guy's bringing it. But the problem is whether it is feasible. That is exactly the problem. But overall, every single idea had some value addition to our common cause at the end of the day, and fantastically smoothly organized. And I'm glad to be in the company of such eminent people, right? Nilesh ji, Sunil ji, and Ria. And I would really love to connect with you as well, because we all think along the same direction.
Definitely, sir. So we can share the details of our jury members. If you wish, we can share in the details. Also, sir, could you please, can we have like reviews, like if any feedback for us, sir? How can
Yeah,
we improve? There's always room
so,
for improvement.
yeah, I would like to go ahead. So, I first of all, heartiest congratulations to Ria, to you and the entire organizing committee. I'm
Thank
really impressed. You know, you have actually uh, organized this in a very, very seamless manner, I would say, and fantastic. I mean, the well done, and keep it up. And you have given such a wonderful platform to the young and dynamic minds across entire India. I thought whether it is limited to only BIT, but you have given this platform to kids across the country, and they have come up with these innovations. I think this is what is, I would say, is the need of hour, where we actually channelize these ideas and give them at least some opportunity to take it to the next level. And I'll be really happy to assist any of these guys in whatever limited capacity I will do that. And I am really grateful to BIT team, Model Club, for giving me this opportunity. And it was kind of first opportunity to be a jury member for a hackathon. And really great. Thank you, Priya. And looking forward to associate with Model Club in any of webinars or knowledge sharing sessions, or wherever you need help. I'll be there to assist you and your team.
Thank you so much, sir. That really means a lot. That really matters. Nilesh, sir, would you like to say something?
Yeah,
Any?
it was really great to be part of this hackathon event. For me, it was the first time that I was part of such an event. I have been associated with some programs in the IT Sindri,
Yes.
but being part of the hackathon was really good, great, and congratulations to you and the entire team for seamlessly organizing this event. I think you deserve a lot of congratulations and my best wishes. And definitely, whenever you need me, I'll be there. Uh, will be very happy to be associated with other such programs. Thank you, dear.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so
I think
much.
a big round of applause for the entire organizing committee.
This really, really means a lot. Thank you so much, sir. We are honored that
Very
we
well
were
organized.
guided by such esteemed judges. I mean, we are completely honored, and thank you for accepting the invite and coming in, sir. And our participants, they have been gauged by really, really like commendable. And I feel I'll fall short of words for you, sir. Thank uh, this session, sir, I would say I'll personally cherish this session for a really long time. Thank you so much. And sir, we'll follow you up via mail. And thank you, sir, for extending your assistance like from your side. It matters a lot. Thank you so much, sir. We'll connect with you for future events or any help which we need from you, sir. And uh, thank you so much. So, sir, with this we conclude the session. We'll connect about the other details if we have about the event on any of the forums which we are connected to you, sir. So thank you so
How
much.
How you want us to share the scores, etc., through email? Is it, Priya?
Yeah, yes, sir. Regarding that, in the judging sheet, please mention your name and mail it back to us to hardwarehackathonofficial@gmail.com. All the
Sure.
communication so far we have done with that ID, so please mail it us there. We will
Sure.
evaluate and we'll share the results, and we'll share the results with you as well.
Great.
So yeah, we'll be doing it. Like we'll try to do get this done by 30th, and as soon as the results are up, we'll share with each one of you.
Sure.
Okay,
Great.
Thanks.
okay.
Fantastic.
So
So
it
Ria,
was
I'll need something from you also, a favor from you. There is an organization that is trying to conduct something similar in a science and tech direction. So probably you could give them some inputs. I'm associated with that organization too.
sure, sir.
Uh,
Sure,
it's
anything.
Vigyan Bharati in India. It's Vigyan Bharati in India. We call it Science India Forum here in
Okay.
UAE.
Okay, sir. So, sir, we can talk about it. You can send me whatever you want, sir. Like I'll be
Definitely.
available.
Thank you so much.
My team will be available for it. So we'll do it. Any assistance.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank
And Nilesh ji and Siddharth, pleasure meeting with you and interacting
Pleasure.
with you. Thank you.
Pleasure. Let's connect. Let's stay connected. Yes, we can definitely discuss.
sure, sir. Sure, sir. We'll share the details. Definitely, y'all can connect.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
So
Okay.
Thank you.
thank you so much. Thank you,
Okay.
judges.
Bye.
It was
Thank
it
you.
was an honor and pleasure having you. So we'll end the session now, and we'll follow up, sir. Okay, sir.
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Do
Okay.
Fine.
send us the
Thank you.
judging sheet, sir, via mail or even on
Sure.
WhatsApp.
Sure.
Problem. You
No,
Sure.
no,
can send.
you'll get it right away after the call. I'm ready. I'll send it
Okay,
across to you. Yeah.
okay, sir. Thank you so much. Judges. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Perfect. Thank you.